Hey, this is Greg again, and this is another Ask Greg, and this one really touched me. I'm going to read the entire thing. Mr. Gregg, my name is Jacob. I am 9. Me and Dad watch your videos and then go try to find the plants that you cover. My question is, can you find enough food to feed your family? P.S. I live in Mississippi. Well, Jacob, first, but I can't tell you how much I appreciate the fact that you sent me this email. It makes me feel good that you and your dad use my videos to spend time together and learn about what's out there. Now, to answer your question, can you find enough food to feed your family? Well, that depends. Which you told me you were in Mississippi, so you've got a very long growing season, and you know, as long as there's not a bad drought, the answer is most likely yes. The problem with foraging enough to feed a family is one's the size of your family. It's a lot easier to find enough food to feed 3 than it is 10. But at the same time, it's actually easier for 2 people to find enough food than it is for 1, unless that 1 is very experienced. Now, the reason that's the case is because 2 people can kind of split up. They can search in different areas. They can have an agreement to meet back at a certain time. They can cover more ground. They can focus on different things. Also, with foraging, you really have to be concerned with calories. Now, I don't remember if at 9 if I knew what calories were, so you may have to get your dad to explain that. But things like acorns, pine nuts, any of your nuts, black walnuts, things like that, hickory nuts, they're going to be your most calorie-dense foods that you forage, with the exception of possibly root crops, which are going to be things like arrowhead, cattail, and things like that. White water lily, anything that has a root that you can eat. Okay, so root crops and nuts are going to produce the most amount of energy for you to eat. Also, it depends on time of year. Spring is going to be a massive harvest time. Fall is going to be a massive harvest time. Summer and winter is going to be the most difficult. Now, winter, you're still going to have your nuts, and if you know where the plants are, you're still going to be able to harvest the roots. That's one thing that is extremely beneficial from the root crops, is you can harvest those roots even after the plant has died back, and the root will still be viable. It'll still be good to eat. You can extend your foraging if you can do this, and if you're comfortable with this, and if your dad's comfortable with this, by you can set traps, deadfall traps, snare traps, and then there's actually a lot of insects that you can eat as well. Crickets you can eat, cicadas you can eat, and then a lot of people, especially survival type people, will do what is called a protein soup, which is actually earthworms. Now, I know this sounds really gross, and it depends on, you know, your personality as a young man. But the answer in short is yes, you can, okay? If you being in Mississippi, you've got a lot of things that you can forage to eat, and you've got so much to learn, especially at 9. That's just awesome. Now, again, thank you so much for allowing me to be a part of you and your dad's exploration of the area around you. I cannot tell you what that means to me. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you some PDFs of plants. Now, I know that you said that you watch the videos and try to find them, and that's awesome, and I appreciate that. But I think me sending you these PDFs of plants is going to help you even more. That way you can have a picture in your hand and you can read about it and learn that way. Okay? Thank you so much. If you have any more questions, don't hesitate to send me a message. That's awesome. Okay? If you have other questions, anybody out there, if you have questions that you'd like to hear me answer, I'll include a email address in the information below, and I look forward to hearing from you. Alright, this is Greg, and step by step we're bringing rural back. Have a great day. Bye-bye.